DeZign Diva with Karen Booker in Smile Jamaica. Brought to you by
comfy, choosing the right color palette that enables you to set the desired mood and atmosphere in different rooms. So the DeZign Diva, Karen Booker, is here, and she's going to help us get that palette perfection.
There you go.
Palette perfection.
Yeah, so we
Booker,
just
I
went
feel like
through.
you make up them tightly.
Why not? Of course.
What is palette perfection?
Palette perfection is when you walk in and you can breathe in your space. Like, this is exactly what I wanted. As opposed to, say, I shouldn't have painted a wall that a color. That color that disturbed me. Say, me not want, just chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So palette perfection is not what I tell you to paint, Is what resonates in your spirit, your mind, body, and your soul.
Yeah.
And it also has to really communicate well with everything else that you have in your space.
Right.
As you can see here with these colors, you would say, why them not match now? But somehow they go. You understand? For a really lively kind of experience. However, you might not want a lively experience in everywhere in your house.
Every room. I'm glad you said that.
Yes.
Because there are people who feel they're going to paint the whole house in one color. Like somebody, and them say, Delia, why you have so many different colors? And I said, because every room has its own personality.
Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. You know why? But then again, that's your house and that is how you want your experience in your house. Like you guys, right? That's how you want your stuff. So, Miss Dales,
yes,
that's how you want your house.
Yeah.
I can't come into your yard and tell you, Delia, no, you must put gray on that wall and it's gray in the entire place and whatever. I can just say to you, hey, listen, if you want some harmony, which is a repeated color, then you repeat it throughout the home to bring some cohesion.
Okay.
If you want, some rhythm, then you do a repeating pattern somewhere.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So nothing is wrong with one house being the entire color. Nothing wrong with that. And nothing no wrong with either. You want red in here, so pink in here, so brown in here, so and blue in there. Because again, it's your house.
See that?
You understand?
Some people want flour dumpling,
and
some want cornmeal.
All right. So I am saying now, in order to bring all of those colors together, there has to be a golden thread.
Okay.
Right? Which is like cohesiveness.
Okay.
Okay. Before I go further, Bob and Marlon from the hardware store on Constant Spring Road, big up you.
But how do I know? How do I know then, Booker, what colors to choose and what colors come together, that harmony that you're talking about?
I am going to give you a foolproof trick.
Okay.
Right? You get a piece of fabric. See, guys? Piece of fabric. You see everything that you're looking at on the screen there? Those are called palettes. And those are the palettes developed by BH, myself included. You have one from Jamaica, one from Grenada, one from Barbados, one from Trinidad. And all of these palettes are really indicative of what, the designer thinks, the whole country would appreciate, right? So I did one, as you know, it's called the Jamaica Vibes palette, all right? So therefore, you don't necessarily, you use that now as a jumping off point, right? You have to be inspired when you are choosing your palettes because you're not going to paint your house some people do, but you're not going to paint like every 5 minutes, you understand? So it has to be something that really speaks to your soul and your spirit. What I feel what happens is you can get inspiration, whether it's from a rug, a piece of art, but to me, fabric is something that you can't just take anywhere with you. And go to the paint shop and pick your palette off of the fabric. You understand what I'm saying, guys? Okay, fabric. All right. So here is what, as a matter of fact, here's what we did here. When you look at this rug, right, there's a little purple, there's a little bit of orange, right, and then there's a little bit of red. So you can see all of the colors on the set this morning are captured right here in this rug. And this is what you call the cohesiveness.
True.
You understand?
When it comes to painting, you have to be careful,
Yeah.
Is that lavender?
That's like a lavender.
Okay,
This is
lavender.
over here.
Yeah.
And this is touch of rose over here.
Okay.
Right? Okay. And even though it says touch of rose.
Goodbye, Clive. Yeah.
Yeah. It don't look kind of rosish. So you know what I'm
So
saying?
it's just a touch.
It's just a touch.
Just a
so nobody say, oh, Booker say it's rose and it not look pink. It's okay.
a
Rose
touch.
coming out kind of color. All right.
I like it.
Here is the thing now. I'm going very slowly this morning with you guys, and it's a tutorial.
Yes.
You get your fabric. Okay? And as a matter of fact, You just like how people go in the back rooms and we do all of the paint selections, people go in the back room of the fabrics and they get coordinates of the fabric as well. So therefore you can see that this fabric coordinates with this. Here is why. Every color in the floral is in the stripe. That's why the two of them can be used together. Now, what you can do now is, I love this fabric, and I can say, all right, I want to use this blue here as my background color, right? So I get my BH chart, my Ultima Plus BH chart, and I say, okay, let me match a blue, right? So I'm like, okay, this blue matched very, very nicely, and this one is called Dillard's Blue 0685, and I am now going to paint my background walls in this color. I'm using the 60-30-20, 60-30, 6 and 10 rule. So 60% is your background and all. Exactly, right? Then I am going to pick up, maybe if I want an accent wall. Cool? I'm going to pick up my accent wall maybe in this rose color right here, so, or the mulberry. So I am now going to get a color like this, and I'm going to say, okay, all right, punky pink, 1129.
That's going to be
right,
my accent.
and that's going to be my accent color. Now, what I'm going to do after this now is take myself down to Premier Plaza, which is where they're going to mix a little 4-ounce pot of a sample color. So this is so I can now go home and try it on my walls.
They do sample pots?
They do in Jamaica by BH Paints. You can go down there. Premier Plaza is where they have the pot machine, and you give them whatever it is, whatever color that you want,
sample?
and you get a sample. It's $500, but come on, $500
but
as opposed to $5,000.
Whole wall.
It's going to save you. So when you go home now and you get the 2 pots or 3, whatever you want to do to mix it up, right? You try it on your wall. After you try that on your wall, my darling, you let it stay morning, noon, and night, so you can see what it looks like in your different, the different variations of lighting, right? And then now, after that, when you say, you know what, I love the color, I'm gonna buy it. You can still use the little, whatever else is left in the pot. I said, DIY, you're gonna love me. All right, so you get your color, you get your fabric. You go down to LP, because we're not gatekeeping here, Pablo's, Pinks, wherever you buy your fabric. Just go get a little piece, even if you have to buy a half a yard of fabric. But just make sure that it resonates, you love it, it's something that you love. You see that even that one over there, like the stripe, you can pick up, one of those colors there, the red or the orange or so on. Match it to your paint chart. Take it now and go and get it done. Right? Okay, so there are other colors in here, like the green. See the green here?
I see it.
Yeah? You can match the green, right? You go down to thing there, get it done. This one is called Peter Pan, right here. See? Oh, you can see it.
Who knew? Who knew? You can walk into a fabric store and say, I'm going to paint my house. I'm going to a fabric store, and the fabric that speaks to me, that's what I'm going to use.
The fabric that you're going to get now is a type of fabric that has a lot of colors on it. So what you're going to do now, in order, you see like how we use this here, this rug, to unify all of the colors, you have to get the piece of fabric as your inspiration. Make a pillow. It could be a drape. It could be, a thing. We're running out of time, but guess what?
That's a very important point.
Yes.
You can't use the fabric for inspire something and
you don't bring it in.
And
you don't bring it in. So here's, we do have
giveaway question.
A giveaway question. We certainly do. And the giveaway question is yes, what location
can we find the sample pots?
What location can we find the sample pots? You guys, you heard it. And remember, you got to text, not call. And all you people who told me, I call and a call and a call, we tell you to text. Text to 876-421-6298. 876-421-6298. Where can we find the BH store that has the sample pots?
There
Don't
you have
call
it.
and fuss me.
Palette perfection. That was our class this morning. Guys,
yes.
I know you're going to get an A on this one. Karen Booker, thank you so much, my love.
So very much. Remember, there's certificate of completion and certificate of competency. Please be competent.
I'm going to have my own design diva, Karen Booker.
DeZign Diva with Karen Booker in Smile Jamaica. Brought to you by